Hey, this is Robert from Abney Park. We got a new album coming out on October 31st. We got a new album coming out on October 31st on Halloween, and the artwork for this is really phenomenal, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about where it came from and how the whole thing got put together. So about 6 months ago, I came across this amazing steampunk artist in Germany. He works in oils, and he does some of the most amazing steampunk art that I had ever seen. So I wrote to him. I didn't have a lot of hope that I could afford him, but I wrote to him, and he seemed interested in the project, and he gave me a great price. So immediately, we started brainstorming back and forth what we would want him to do for the Abney Park album cover. Well, the title track of the album is this little song called Esoterica. And in the song Esoterica, it sort of is describing all of these esoteric and interesting scientists around the world doing various things. And one of the lines in the song goes, "A vagabond steamship charting the Amazon." And I thought, well, I see he makes a lot of steampunk ships. Maybe he should make a vagabond steamship charting the Amazon. So I let him know my idea, and he sent me some sketches. The first one is this one, which is absolutely awesome, but I was afraid that it looked a little too sinister. I wanted it to look more like a lone adventurer. I definitely didn't think the vibe of like a conquering military was what I was going for. I was going more for a scientist exploring. So then he sent me this sketch here, and this was starting to feel a little more down the line of what I was looking for. I loved the big paddle wheels on the side and the obvious steamship and the overgrown jungle. Now it was really starting to feel like you could picture a lone scientist exploring on his own in this crazy steampunk boat. So I told him that was the direction that I was really loving, and he made this next sketch to flesh out more details on the boat. Once he got my approval on that, he made this preliminary painting of it, and man, it was really starting to come together. Now it's looking how the album is going to look. He sent it to me for approval, and I said, absolutely, I love the direction this is going. So then he sent me back this more polished and beautiful version, and just look at the detail. This thing is amazing. So now I have the artwork, but it still wasn't feeling album cover to me. Absolutely beautiful, but it still didn't read as a musical album. So I started to look around for inspiration. And if you've ever been to my house, you see I've got a lot of these old vintage travel posters hanging around. So I thought, what if I took this artwork and used it just like the artwork in these vintage travel posters, and then I added artwork around that sort of gave it that vintage travel poster vibe. So I added the titling that you see here, and I added the masks, which are actually masks that hang in my house, and I added the jungle vines and whatnot, so it really felt like you were coming out of a jungle and coming across this scene with this vagabond steamship charting the Amazon. Anyway, that's the origin of how the album artwork for Esoterica came to be. I thought you guys would find it interesting. The album is on sale October 31st. We're also going to do a live concert to celebrate its release, and you can check all that out. I will put the link in the description. Thanks so much. Bye.